You see, work is a divine principle that brings up the glory of the miraculous. Please go and work. Look for work. If you're unemployed, look for work. When I see a lot of young people say they are doing ministry, full-time ministry, I understand. See, they now become a liability until God expressly says that. Don't try it. Let me shock you. It is not the will of God that everything about your life happens on the premise of miracle. That is not how God has ordained it to be. I understand that the miraculous is meant to be everyday reality. But sir, to get the car, miracle needed to happen. To fuel car, miracle. Why are you putting heaven under pressure? Your tire carries nail. To go to vulcanizer, miracle. To change the oil of your car, miracle. Something is wrong somewhere. So every time you are always depending on the miraculous, then something is wrong somewhere. Work is a principle that God has put in place as a formula. He makes provision for the miraculous. I explained this during the week. See, when God made heaven and earth, He set things to run by principles. And that's why you can insert a cassette into a tape and it continues to play. You don't have to come and be whining it. Things are meant to go sequentially by the order of principle. God is a God of principle. But in the midst of the principles, He makes provision for the miraculous. I say the miracle is not even for show. It just happens. When Jesus was to walk to meet His disciples on water, it happened at night. Sir, if it is me, it must happen in the day. I will call NTA to come and see it happen. If not that they documented it, people won't know. Only the disciples knew that we were on water and they walked on water, because miracles are not meant for show. Fundamentally, men might see it and glorify God. They are fundamentally born out of necessity. Like our brother shared the other day, circumstantially gas finished and they prayed and it happened. I believe in the ministry of angels. Angels are real. See, I've heard testimonies where angels watch people's cars. I've heard testimony where somebody got a job, they've not paid salary and didn't have money to be going to the office, and then she met a taximan came, and then they had an agreement that every money you pick me to the office, you bring me back at the end of the month. This is where I live, I will pay you. And the man picked her up every morning for that, and when they paid her the money, the man stopped coming, number not going. That was an angel. Now that was not meant to continue. Why did God give you a job then? Why did you get? Is it not to now be paying somebody needs to eat from you now? This thing is like a sequence. God has put them in their place. You want to pass exam, you need miracle to pass. God needs to give you a expo of you are going to be a quack doctor. See, there were times when I was in medical school, I was helped by God. I was an amazing student. That those times when you read, sometimes I will read for 24, 48 hours straight. At that point, anything I read will enter. There is a layer you get to. You just be looking at the book, it's just entering, because you are opening it, just sticky. There were times that I saw examination questions in the realm in dream. I was president of the medical fellowship. I was committed in FCS, but I studied. So I was usually traveling for programs, go to Meduguri, minister, go to Jos, go to Sokoto, go to Zaria, and we're doing all of those things. And then sometimes I would just see revelations of exam question, but it wasn't a constant thing. I also needed to do my part. There were times I didn't see anything. I needed to read book. That is how God will be proud of you. You can't be a player that can play and you're playing for Liverpool. By miracle, they sign you. They said they will pay you £200,000 per week, and they signed you for £75,000, and you are there. You can't score goal. In 3 months, you score just 1 goal. You now remove your jersey where they say Jesus is a miracle worker. You are a shame to the kingdom. See, incompetence does not align with God's principle for the kingdom. Capacity is a thing of the kingdom. Competence, strength, intellect. Daniel was intelligent. It was a miracle that landed him in the palace. The Bible said there were men that had understanding of, they were good. Is somebody hearing me? Look for work. I am praying for everyone who is a job seeker. The season of unemployment is over. In the name of Jesus, I came to bless the church this morning. The season of unemployment is over. God will bring you to the place of job reality in the name of Jesus.